All right, I think it's important for you guys to know that frequently in Spanish, the letter Y turns into I, and almost as frequently in Spanish, the letter I turns into Y. So they switch back and forth. Now, the good news is you're comfortable with this as Americans because we do this in English. Everybody say holiday. Holiday. It came from holy day. And when we smash those two words together to make it shorter and faster, the Y turned into I. Now, everybody say happy. Happy. When we change it into the adverb happily, the Y turns into I. So we do this in English, okay? You probably aren't conscious aware of the Y turn into I, but we do this. Now, let's look at some examples in Spanish. We'll do 3 where the letter Y turns into I, and we'll do 3 where the letter I turns into Y. Dieciseis means 16, but you don't write or say dieciseis. You smash it together because Spanish is based on speed, and the letter Y turns into I. Now, in English, we have the word day. Everybody say day. But in Spanish, it's dia. The letter Y in English turned into the letter I in Spanish. In English, we say Mary. In Spanish, we say Maria. Notice the letter Y turned into I. So that was 3 examples of Y turning into I. Over here, you have 3 examples of the letter I turning into Y. I am reading is not estoy leyendo. It's not E-I-E. It's E-Y-E. It's estoy leyendo. I am reading. He is believing is not está creyendo. Creyendo would be hard to say. So it's not E-I-E, it's está creyendo. He is believing, it's E-Y-E. Notice the I turned into Y. And finally, he, she, it, or you, sir, believed is not creyó, E-I-O, it's E-Y-O. So, the letter Y can turn into I, and the letter I can turn into Y. Now, how am I supposed to remember that, Mr. Holt? Now, let's look at this. Just say no to 3 in a row. Just say no to 3 in a row. When you have 3 vowels in a row in Spanish, the middle vowel is always I, like up here. E-I-E, E-I-E, E-I-O. Now, and when you have 3 vowels in a row, the I turns into Y. So, you can't ever say E-I-E. It turns into E-Y-E. Well, there's one time you can say E-I-E. The only time you're allowed to say E-I-E is when you're singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. E-I-E-I-O. All right, that was lame. But remember, E-I-E always turns into Y because just say no to 3 in a row. All right.